Welcome to the Yips, a baseball podcast for people who, I don't know, like baseball, like us. I don't know, we're not obsessed with it, but
I'm not talking this episode.
you're not? I have a feeling you're going to be doing a lot of talking this episode, actually. For a change, I feel like I dominate most of it. Not really. I think it's probably pretty equitable, right?
We did a weird split today. But anyway, so this is a baseball-ish podcast. I'm Molly, and that's Eric.
I'm Eric.
You know what? You're not going to be talking this episode,
Okay.
I decided.
Perfect.
This week, we are going to do a quick This Week in Baseball, and then we're going to talk about bad optics among players, inspired by...
New section alert. New section alert.
Well,
the
no.
Yips Guide to Lookin Bad.
Yeah, that's good. The Yips Guide to Looking Bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's not...
Inspired by Kettle Marte.
Yeah.
And then Eric's going to round it out with the Yip of the Week.
Yeah. Yeah, excited. New segment, the Guide to Looking Bad. You know, I'm going to cover some things that aren't quite illegal, but maybe you don't really want to do that. Something that your friends would be like, the fuck you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your week, Eric?
One of the best weeks of my life, Molly Ann Bishop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
The bar is low.
No, it's not. Every week is better than the one before. You know that. Anyway, no, it was a really great week. Since we recorded last, Molly and I took a little trip down to far southwestern Michigan.
We didn't want to tell you guys last week because we were scared you were going to try to stalk us.
Yeah. We were really, really worried about that.
I was.
Anyway, so...
I grew up in the age of internet safety.
Yeah, that's true. I grew up in the age of 56K baud modem dial-up to AOL and...
The age of ASL. Remember that?
Yeah.
Age, sex, location. You know what I was trying to look up the other day and I couldn't remember the name of it? I was calling it QWERTY images, but I was trying to describe ASCII.
Oh, ASCII.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was writing about someone else's work who uses that, and I was like, "What is that called?"
Oh, ASCII.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. It's like
So if you don't know-
Matrix cool.
It is. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's like it's like early aughts, late 90s internet culture where you would use the keyboard and different letters and punctuation marks spaced at different intervals to make like really beautiful pictures.
Images. Yeah,
really wispy, like they always are really wispy and light line work because like the lines are created by the characters, the font of, and it was all on like Courier. So it's like a really like low line weight. Anyway, they're so beautiful.
Yeah, no, I mean...
we should look up some how do you say ASCII?
ASCII.
We should look up some cool baseball ASCII.
Yeah, we should.
It's hard to make them now.
Well, you know, it's funny that you bring this up because in my Instagram algo fed me up just a novel reel that had about 5 bazillion likes on it, and it was of a first person perspective of presumably a man like sitting in some kind of like European courtyard in front of like a vintage typewriter. And with one hand, he's like kind of manipulating the paper. And with the other hand, his right, I think, he was typing. And what he was doing was
Was it real or like an animation?
No, it's real. He was making like...
But he was in medieval times? Was he wearing medieval clothes?
No. He was just in like an old European
Castle-y
plaza.
Oh, okay.
And he was effectively real-time
ASCII?
painting an ASCII.
Oh my God, you got to send this to me.
An analog ASCII
On the
like kind of
typewriter.
like landscape of what he was sitting in front of.
Oh, he was doing a plein air ASCII.
An analog ASCII landscape. What is that? A painting?
You call that plein air.
Plein air.
When you're like painting something outside that you're seeing immediately.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was doing. And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you something else. It looked good, baby.
Speaking of plein air
That's a
painting,
skill. I wish I was good at something.
yeah, me too. I drew a lot in Michigan. I drew a lot of our Michigan things. I drew swimming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, speaking of drawing, I just wanted to briefly say that this episode is once again brought to you by Molly and Bishop Incorporated. Wow, I'm really just
Megacorp.
Yeah,
Molly and Bishop Megacorp. .ai.
You can find my stuff at www.mollyandbishop.com.
.ai.
Your one-stop shop for all things gifty.
And AI stuff.
No, there's no AI. Wait,
you don't have any AI on your website? There's no AI integrations going
well,
on?
I'm sure there are. Like, because Shopify has all this stuff. Everything. It's unavoidable. But anyway, I didn't want to talk
you should
about
put
that.
on your website?
Huh?
Like an AI chatbot that's trained to behave just like you.
God.
So that everybody all over.
Hey, it's Molly. Do you have
Yeah.
any questions or what? Any product recommendations?
Yeah, or like just ask me anything about my life and I'll just tell you in my own true voice because
Oh, my customers would love that.
I know I
That really
would.
fits the ethos of my brand. So what else happened in Michigan?
Well, something really big happened in Michigan.
What?
So,
Is it about baseball?
no, it's about the parafoil.
Oh, God. Okay.
For some years ago, I'm
just going to put my mic down, guys.
listen, I think it's probably 2013. I bought a parafoil kite for like $10 or something. I don't know why. I saw somebody flying a kite.
When did you buy it?
2013.
Okay, because you've had it ever since I've known you.
Yeah. And so I don't know for what fucking reason I bought this thing other than that, like I was somewhere at some time and I saw somebody flying a kite and I was like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. I should get a kite. And then I don't know where the hell I was, but there was one for like $10. So I bought this kite and I have been, no joke, carrying this kite. I pack it with me whenever we go on like a beach vacation or something like that, thinking that I'm going to take this kite out and just fly it. And I'm going to tell you what, guys.
You really think you're going to do it?
Why do you think I bring it with me?
I feel like it's a bit at this point.
No. So guess what happened this time,
you really
guys?
have a mental illness, honestly. If that hasn't been a bit this whole time, then like we need to take you to the head doctor.
No. So this time, part of our trip to Southwest Michigan included some beach time on the beautiful shores of Lake Michigan. Don't knock it.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm being goofy, but no, it's really nice. I wanted to go back. There's nothing better than like taking a nap on the sand.
Oh my God. Well,
I'm like, Survivor doesn't seem that bad, honestly.
I got a little bit of a sunburn this time. But anyway,
Well,
we went to the beach.
we'll talk about that later.
It was gorgeous. The beach, this day at the beach featured a really steady breeze. I wouldn't even call it wind, but a really steady breeze. And so I brought the parafoil with me. And after I woke up from a sand nap, I unpacked that motherfucker and I put it up in the air and it was glorious.
Yeah, but you know what the problem is now? Now he wants all these other different kites.
Yeah, I mean, so what? People love them. The kids love them.
Okay, well, so now
Not that we have any kids, but I mean kids in general, and I guess I do too.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of cool to see it up there, like it was down here and then it's up there and then.
Oh, so somebody's coming around a little bit. I see.
I don't want to plan trips around flying the kite.
Around parafoils.
That's where I draw the line.
Fast forward to next summer, somebody else, one other member of this podcast has got her own parafoil.
We're going on summer vacations, like to different ballparks that are like in windy-ish cities, so that we can be guaranteed kite flying time.
Yeah, it's like, is there a beach near Padre Stadium that we could go and throw up a couple parafoils for a couple hours. You know what I mean? Wow, the kids.
Wait, speaking of the Padres, did you see they got these new owners?
No.
Oh, they got these cool new owners
Well,
who own a soccer team too.
Well, you know what? Let's save that for this week in baseball.
I didn't.
Well, yeah, I know, but you can ad-lib it, right?
No, I don't know anything. Like that's why I work so hard on the script. I was talking to Reddit today and someone was like, wait, so you have a baseball podcast, but you don't know, but you're new to baseball? Like, make that make sense. And I was like explaining,
What do you mean make that make sense?
well, no, they were nice about it. But and I was just like, okay, well, I'm like the neophyte and my husband is like the savant and like he's sort of telling me things. But like in order to like even have a podcast, I have to have a baseline knowledge, which takes me a lot of work.
It does.
I have my notes. I have everything.
It's a complex game to learn the rules and the nuances.
It's hard, and I am liking it, but it's like I didn't want to know this much about baseball.
I can see like that it's been kind of like a push-pull situation with you, whereas like yeah, sometimes it's really painful, and other times you're like, check this out. Like, did you see that, yada, yada, yada did this or whatever? And it's like, oh, cool. So you are
No, I
into
do
this
like it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. It's just, it's a lot of work. And
It is.
I feel like, sometimes I feel like my time could be better served working at the Molly and Bishop Incorporated Corporation. But luckily, this podcast has become...
Luckily, there's an AI bot that does all the work now.
This podcast has become a great vehicle to market my work. So... just hold on one second. I'll be right back with a little surprise.
Are you going to roll out the AI chatbot?
Here's our first commercial. So Molly and Bishop Incorporated is proud to announce a new limited edition line of trinket dishes. What's a trinket dish, you say? It's a tiny little dish that you can put stuff in, including rings, jewelry, watches, coins. What else would you do with coins? Put them in one of these cute little trinket dishes. Find them on my website. This one has a black crown knight heron on them.
Yeah, put your rubbers in there.
Look out for PCA and Shohei Christmas ornaments.
Ooh, that is cool.
They're already in production.
Yeah, I mean, if you had like baseball themed trinket dishes, I'd finally have somewhere to put my rubbers in.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you could put your rubbers in them. So anyway, why don't you catch us up on This Week in Baseball?
So, yeah, This Week in Baseball, some things happened. A lot didn't. But as far as the makeup of the standings,
Something
in
happened.
each league, yeah. Some things happened. Not a hell of a lot.
No, the Cattle Marte stuff is pretty juicy.
Well, that's your
Okay, I'm just saying.
at least. So, as far as the standings go in the AL, not too much has changed. At the time of the recording, sorry, this is kind of bland part. At the time of the recording, the Guardians finally jumped over the Twins in the AL Central to claim second
Number
place.
2, right? Yeah.
They're in second, winning 5 of their last 6.
Go Guardians. Go Guardians.
The Royals, ironically, had the best past week in baseball, going 5-0, but they're still 10.5 games out of first.
Wow, 5-0.
Yeah, they went on a little bit of a tear. And then in the AL West, Texas passed Houston, going 4-2 on the week, versus the Astros dropping 3 of their last 5. Nothing really shocking there. Over to the NL, are the Dodgers back?
Only time will tell.
They're on a 6-game win streak right now, guys. And the Phillies
The Phillies are doing really well.
Oh my God.
They won, as of recording, they won 9 games in a row.
Yeah. More on that when we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit in a second about the wild card picture as that starts to come into clearer focus. I mean, we're
Wait, I want to talk about the Phillies a little bit more.
We're a little under. We're a little inside of. We're about a month away from the postseason. But yeah, go ahead with the Phillies.
Well, we were talking about that when we first started the podcast. We had our eyes on Kyle Schwarber because he was
Yeah, former Cub. horrible. They should have kept him, but whatever.
Well, and and this week in baseball, we were like, he's like at the halfway mark to beat the Phillies home run record, which is like 60 something.
Oh,
remember?
around the episode around mid-season where it was like,
Yeah.
he's on pace for this many.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
But then he kind of fell off.
Yeah, he got cold.
Yeah, and so did Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this, but they fired their manager in April. Mm-hmm. So they're going through structural changes. But during the trade deadline, they got Luis Arise.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to talk about that.
No.
I wanted to participate in the conversation.
Yeah.
With my notes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, Molly has very structured notes for the show.
Well, otherwise I won't be able to participate at all in the podcast.
I'm shooting from the hip, baby.
Well,
like
that's
in
what
the
I'm saying,
Old
but
West.
I can't do that.
Rules Roundup coming up.
When I listen to stuff about baseball, it's so boring that if I don't write it down, I will forget.
I'm hearing whip sounds.
No.
I'm hearing sounds of cracking whips right now.
Okay, well, anyway.
So, yeah.
Kyle Schwarber got a game-winning 2-run homer walk-off against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Sorry I said anything. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking.
My God. Yeah, the Cardinals are on a slide, which...
Well, I was just looking up how many home runs Kyle Schwarber has.
Yeah.
And he's at 39 as of recording.
At the All-Star break, wasn't he at like 33 years? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's regular. I think it's regular season record for the Phillies is like 60 something. I can't remember. But how possible would it be for him to get like 20 more home runs in the regular season? I mean, that would be like miraculous, right?
Almost one a day.
Okay.
Yeah. That would, yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's probably not going to happen for this year.
Okay. All right. Well, better luck next year.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's probably not likely, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. If anybody could have a couple multi-home run games, I would say Schwarber would be one of them.
So 20 in, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And the last day of the regular season is September 27th. Whoa.
Yeah, no, I know. It's
We're almost a month out.
I know that. I just said that.
I know, but I wasn't listening.
So yeah, the Phillies are red hot. Like Molly said, they ripped off a 9-game win streak, outscoring opponents in that stretch 64-30, and have gone from 9.5 games behind Atlanta in the NL East to just 3 games back. And so that's going to kind of come into play right now when we start to dip into what the wild card looks like, because things there are getting really interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that there's only about a month left in the regular season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think we talked about this on an early episode, but for me,
we're starting to get sad.
I know. Well, baseball and spring training in particular is like really exciting because it's like, hey, summer's coming. And, the baseball season's kind of like arc is really one that ramps up in the springtime. And it ends in the fall. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe that we're only a few days away from September, basically.
No, I really hate this time of year. I find it so depressing and bleak. It's like the back to school energy. I have my birthday. It's my mom's death anniversary. It's like the beginning of like holiday season, which is really busy. I hate this time of year. And now it's like, oh, soon baseball's over. Like another thing to feel sad about.
Yeah, it is. It's not great to see baseball winding down,
but it's going to get exciting,
even though it's ramping up. Yeah, because as
the wine as it winds down, it also ramps up.
Exactly, and also like I think
every time the Brewers lose, an angel gets their wings. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I just did. But But yeah, I'm excited for you as kind of like a new fan to. I mean, the baseball's postseason is awesome.
I hope the Rays make it into the World Series.
They very well could and should.
I hope the Cubs make it.
Well, yeah, both are possible.
Oh, Rays are American League.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and so I was looking at the state of the wild card right now and how the teams play into that alongside their kind of just like divisional standings, and it's getting good. It's getting really good. And so not so much this episode, but in the next couple of episodes as kind of like I want to say an add-on an add-on to the old rules roundup. I had whoops. I think I'd promised in an earlier episode to cover what the structure of the postseason is like. With Molly being like truly before we started this podcast, a real noob to the sport, was like, what the hell is the wild card?
I still don't understand.
Well, because
wait, are we doing that today?
No. I mean, we could.
Okay.
So because each league has 3 divisions, and because the playoff bracket, the tournament, kind of needs even numbers, not odd. There is basically like an artificial 4th division in each league that's made up of like the second best.
Okay.
And so
each division though, or just
no, in the league.
Okay, that's what I didn't understand.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like there's a wild card game between the two top teams
of each.
The 2
league.
best second place teams in each league to see who advances to the divisional series.
So the wild card of the American League and the wild card of the National League are going to play against each other.
No.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
No. To determine, so the second best team.
There's a 1-game high stakes playoff to determine who is going to face who's going to become the even number team for the divisional series.
Right, and who gets to play in that game?
The top 2 in the wild card rankings.
Okay, I still don't understand, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little complicated, but not very.
But you're making me more confused.
I wonder why that is.
No, I'm being serious, and I think it's because you're not explaining it very well.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Fair, love.
So what I'm saying is to cut through all of that. It's like we'll go through all of that in a future rules roundup, baby.
Yeah.
But anyway, So on the AL side, the Yankees are 3.5 games in back of the behind the Rays in their division. So Yankees are on top of the AL wild card. Boston are 2.5 games behind the Yanks, and then the Guardians, they're 9 games back in the wild card. They're going to need to step it up here, because with that, the Guardians being in 3rd place for the wild card means that, I mean, with them being in 3rd and 9 games back, they've got a better chance of winning their division right now than they do of advancing past the Yankees for first in the wild card.
That makes sense. Okay, I get this now. So, okay. So we've got the Guardians either have this next month to make it, or I mean, there's just no chance that they're really going to be in the wild card.
No, and right now they're further behind in the wild card rankings than they are in their division.
Be the division leader. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So on the NL side, the Cubs are on top of the wild card race. They're still chasing Milwaukee, of which they've got a big series next week.
I do really want to go to that game. How much are tickets?
There's I think it's a 4-game set between the Brew Crew and the Cubs at Wrigley next week. Tickets are available. They're pretty expensive, but this really could be the most pivotal series
in the history of all time.
all time. No. But certainly,
We gotta be there then.
certainly, this could be the most pivotal series for the NL Central Division, maybe for the whole NL, basically, because, I mean, the Cubs could really make up some ground in Milwaukee, make it really interesting, or Milwaukee could really put some space between them and the Cubs, and then that's where, we get into the Phillies right now. Again, we get back to the Phillies. The Phillies are in second place in the NL wild card right now, and they're only 3 games behind the Cubs. So I mean, they're another team where they're kind of surged. They're only 3.5 behind Atlanta in the NL East.
Okay, so what are the standings in the NL East?
NL
Number
East,
1 is
Atlanta.
Number 2 is
Philly. So Philly's in a situation, certainly more likely than the Guardians in the last, where it's like, hey, we're in the running for both, and the Cubs too. I mean, we're in the running for our division,
or the wild card spot,
and with the Phillies being in a different division, being in the NL East, could really potentially spoil it for the Cubs.
Yeah. This is where it gets really tough for us because we record on Mondays, Tuesdays, and the episode comes out on Thursdays. Like, so much could have changed by then.
Oh, yeah. No. That's why I'm always careful to say at time of record.
Yeah.
I mean, as the season kind of like gets closer and closer, maybe we'll have supplemental episodes or something. I don't know, like quick hits. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can. We're barely hanging on as it is right now. And you know what? We've done 10 of these fucking episodes.
Well, you know what I was thinking?
Huh?
Oh, happy 10th episode to you, by the way.
Happy 10th episode to all the yippies out there.
Happy 10th, you guys. We did it.
We did something.
We did it.
So yeah, and then to round it out, San Diego, they're 5 games back in the wild card. This is their only hope.
I feel bad for the Padres.
Oh, it sucks. They're the only way that they're going to crack into the postseason is to pull off the wild card, because the Dodgers are just, you can't do it. And we talked about this a little over the past week. I mean, the structure is the structure, and we've noted in the past too that it's like, this season, the NL is much stronger than the AL. There is at least one team in the AL, and I think it's the West, and maybe it's the Rangers, who are in first place in their division with a losing record.
Yeah.
And so that's a really tough pill to swallow for Padres fans, where they're like, we got a good team. We just happen to be in the same division with these other monsters, and the league. In our league, the National League, is particularly strong right now. And so these clowns that lost more games than they won are gonna like get to celebrate in the postseason.
Well, I mean, depending on what happens with the collective bargaining agreement, I mean, maybe these different divisions will be integrated, and it'll be a national versus American, or an East versus West. There will be some sort of restructuring. And I don't know. I mean, like, part of me feels sad about that, but then I feel really bad for San Diego.
I mean, the only way that this is going to change in earnest is if baseball somehow restructures to adopt like the Premier League's like setup, where there's there's divisions, but it's all ranked by who has the most wins. Mm-hmm. And so basically, I mean, they're called tables, but it's basically a running list of the best team to the worst based on
it sounds like it's
points.
Kind of what the metric for figuring out who the wild card is for each league is.
Yeah, basically.
Right. But then for the winners of each division, we have
weird
situations where the Padres can't don't have a chance, but
Yeah.
they're like a better team than the winner of the AL Central. I mean, it's interesting. It's very weird, and I kind of like the history of it. And I guess sometimes you win some, you lose some, but I guess that's like gets into the whole
I mean, or
CBA
it could,
thing.
yeah,
in
or
general.
it could turn into, adopt the point structure that like Premier League soccer and the NHL has, where teams are ranked by points and not only wins and losses. But yeah, I mean, that's a whole.
I mean, that's a huge restructuring.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That ain't ever gonna happen.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if they're talking about getting rid of the American and National Leagues, that's a huge restructuring too. They've been around for
That's true, but
God, almost the entire
think-
history of the sport.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Anyway, okay, well, I like thanks for that breakdown, honestly. I feel like maybe we should just be checking in on that every week until
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
September,
this is
what is
it.
it,
Yeah,
September?
I mean, truly, right now, it is kind of like we're
crunch
almost.
time.
Yeah, we're.
On the podcast I listen to, they're always saying, it's the dog days, it's the dog days, it's the dog days.
It's the dog days, but it's about to. But the sprint is about. You ever watch like a horse race where people are jockeying for position, and then like at some point somebody's gonna take off.
Yeah.
That's what we're kind of waiting for here.
Yeah. Wow. It's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you consider how the wild card plays in with divisional standings. It's like, well, we're 3.5 games back here, but only 3 here. I mean, it's all involved in the strategy too. I mean, we didn't even talk about how teams position themselves based on what the rest of their schedule looks like.
Okay, well, why don't we talk about this next week?
Okay.
Because
I mean, there's all kinds of things to talk about, but yeah.
Oh, we could talk about anything. We could talk about the zoo.
You want to talk about the zoo?
When was the last time you were at the zoo? Oh, we ran a 10K at the zoo, probably then.
Yeah.
When was the last time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, also this week, Kettle Marte.
So we're please announce the new segment. The Yips
I was
Guide to
doing the
Looking Bad,
transition.
baby.
Yeah, we're officially entering the Yips Guide to Looking Bad. And
Yeah.
I guess I'm taking over this section because
You did the
I
heavy
did a
lifting
lot
here.
of research on this.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So the reason we decided to do this is last week we heard this news story about Kettle Marte, and these are the kind of stories that like kind of pique my interest more
Yeah.
than like huge feats of athleticism. Just as like somebody new to the sport, I kind of like the human interest stuff. So anyway, Kettle Marte is this Arizona Diamondbacks player, and he like no called, no showed to an away game against the Red Sox. And we listened to an interview with the team manager, and he genuinely sounded like so sad and really emotional even. And the interviewer was like, have you heard from him? And he was like, we talked this morning, but I don't know. It's a personal issue. And everyone was being very diplomatic and not saying something, but it almost sounded like they knew what was going on.
So for those who aren't aware, Kettle Marte is. I mean, the Diamondbacks are in the hunt to be competitive still, and Kettle Marte is a star player on the team. And if they really believe that they can make a push here in the really the home stretch of the season, that they're going to need him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crunch time like you were talking about.
Yeah, it's getting there.
And then they interviewed other teammates, and all the teammates sounded kind of sad. And then that night, it was announced that he was on the restricted list. So the restricted list on the MLB means that you're out for like a personal reason or a legal reason. It's kind of like an unexcused absence, and you don't get paid. And so it sounded like something was going on. But then the next day, it broke that from like an MLB official. It broke that Kettle Marte is fine. He's flying back to Phoenix to undergo an MRI for his knee. So all of a sudden it was like, wait, now is he on the IL? And so it turns out they took him off the restricted list. They added him to the IL. And he was going to be out for some sort of knee injury. And we're like, okay, but the messaging for that was kind of weird too. Like,
Well, you're leaving out the biggest part here.
well, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
The message, this was on Tuesday of last week.
Okay.
It just like ESPN broke one story that he was on the restricted list, and then MLB said that he was on the IL. But then it's like the PR stuff couldn't get their stories straight.
Yeah.
Is what it sounded like.
Yeah. Nobody knew what the hell was going on, basically.
So then on Friday we're on vacation, and Eric's driving somewhere, and I'm looking at Reddit, and I have been like lurking on Reddit baseball so much that this story popped up on my feed immediately, and it was like photos of somebody who's on the subreddit for baseball, photos of Ketel Marte at the Talking Stick Casino.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you're a Diamondbacks fan, you'll be familiar because it's advertised all over the park. And in the thread, people were like, that's not really him. It can't be him. Is this AI? And the guy is posting more and more photos. So Eric and I are cracking up. We're like, wait, he's at the casino? And somebody in the comments was like, yeah, and the Diamondbacks are currently playing at home.
So they're all back in Arizona.
So everybody's back in Arizona.
The Diamondbacks are playing a game at home. Meanwhile, Ketel Marte is warming up a seat at the backgammon table.
He's at the casino.
Fuck.
So, you know, it's one of those things that, like, you know, he showed up for rehab that morning. He did the work, and then he went home, and instead of laying low, he went to the casino. It's a bad look. It's definitely not against the rules. It's not illegal.
No.
But it's like kind
It's
of
like, what are you doing, dude?
A lot of people who are on the IL, a lot of players will show up for the games.
Yeah, if their team is in town, like Kettle should have had his ass on the bench with the rest of his crew.
Especially given the situation, like with the no call, no show, and especially given like how integral he is to the team.
Yeah, or stay home and rest and watch the game on TV or something. But the casino?
Anyway, so
come on, man.
We were trying to figure out a topic for this week's episode, and I was like, oh my God, I'm sure there's like other good stories like this. So we were starting to try to think about it. And I was like, I'm just going to ask my friends on Reddit, my new friends on Our Baseball. Shout out to my friends on Our Baseball. So I was like, what are some other like bad optic stories?
Yeah.
And I got a lot of good stories. So I'm going to go through a few of them.
Please.
And you can tell me if you know any of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So one is this baseball player, Adam LaRoche.
Oh, yeah.
This is 2016. He's playing for the White Sox. And he kept bringing his 14-year-old son, Drake, to the clubhouse.
I do remember this. It was a big deal. Yeah.
Well, it was a big deal because he ended up quitting over it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He was on a 2-year contract, like a $28 million contract or something. And he walked away halfway through because he couldn't bring his son to the clubhouse every single day.
Hey, the other players were like complaining, like, what is this kid doing here all the time?
The other players were, I mean, it harshes the mellow if there's like a 14-year-old kid around all the time in the clubhouse. Like, it's just like there's like,
this is
guys are broing down. They get naked together a lot. Like, it's kind of intimate. And like, if there's like a 14-year-old kid, like, it just changes the vibe of showering.
Also, what, are you going to open the door so everybody's kids can just pile into the dugout? I mean, are you kidding me?
So
Dad's at work.
So
he's playing baseball. He's playing a game, but he's at work.
President Ken Williams told him to cut it out, saying, quote, I don't think he should be here 100% of the time. And he has been here 100% every day in the clubhouse. I said, let me finish.
Boss. Yeah, all right.
I said, I don't even think he should be here 50% of the time. Figure it out, somewhere in between. We all think his kid is a great young man. I just felt it should not be every day, that's all. You tell me, where in this country can you bring your child to work every day?
Where in the country can you bring your child to work 50% of the time?
So Adam LaRoche walks away from $13 million and tweets #FamilyFirst.
Oh, what a great guy. What a stand-up guy.
Okay.
What a fucking moron is what I'd like to say. Like, what are you doing, dude?
So now, Manny Ramirez. You heard of
AKA
this guy?
Man Ram. Oh, yeah. Manny Ramirez is Manny Ramirez was amazing, by the way.
Get a load of this.
He had a lot of fun playing, but he was incredible. Yeah.
Okay, so he's an outfielder, or was an outfielder for the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah.
And during a mound visit at Fenway, he walks into the Green Monster.
Yeah. He opened the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Green Monster, if you don't know, it's like this huge green wall. It's a 37-foot tall wall at Fenway.
Boston has a particularly short
outfield
outfield
wall.
in left field. So to compensate for the shortness of the field,
I see.
The wall's really high so that it's not like a home run.
Right, you have to get it over.
Single, pop up.
And there's a manual scoreboard built
There
into
is.
the Green Monster. It's like
Just
one of
like-
the few remaining manual scoreboards.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can say it.
Like Wrigley.
Just like Wrigley, Eric had to say he wants you to know. Come to fair Chicago.
The superior ballpark, by the
To
way.
Fenway?
Yes.
Have you been to Fenway?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't, so I can't say. But yeah, so
you didn't-
can I finish my story?
Oh my God! Yes.
Jesus. Okay.
Please, we're on the clock here.
So in the video, you can see Manny walking in to, like, there's like a little door. And
It's funny because
All of a
it's
sudden-
camouflage too, because you can't see it because it's just a cream. All of a sudden, he opens this door,
it's dark.
Yeah.
So he like walks in, and then he kind of tries to shut the door behind him, and he walks to the side, so you lose sight of him. And then like the scorekeeper who's controlling the manual scoreboard like runs out and closes the door behind him, and then he comes out, and it's become apparent that he took a leak in there.
It's great. I mean, this is like some beast mode stuff where it's just like you do your own rules, buddy. That one is really hilarious. Almost so much so that, yeah, I mean, it's not illegal, and some would say, "What the hell are you doing?" But I mean, sometimes you gotta pee.
I'm kind of surprised that wasn't like they didn't get a penalty, because it's a little bit disruptive.
I mean, there's probably, I don't know if there's anything in the rule books.
What do you do if you have to pee? I mean, at least you didn't pee on the outfield.
I mean, this isn't the Tour de France. Like, we're not peeing down our legs here. You know what I mean?
Right. That's such a good point. But it's like, what do you do if you do have to pee?
You hold it until your team goes back to the dugout in the other half of the inning, I guess. And then you run down to the clubhouse or, I think, well, actually, yeah, a lot of them have bathrooms right outside the dugout.
I'm sure, yeah, they'd have to. I bet there's, yeah. Okay. A-Rod karate chopping Arroyo's glove. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the 2004 American League Championship Series.
Yeah.
And it's Game 6, Red Sox versus Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
A-Rod's a Yankees player.
He was
A Yankees player. And was married to Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo. What? I don't know why I just said that.
It's cool that you did that.
Ah, okay.
The Yankees are down by 2. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. There's one out. Derek Jeter's at bat, and Bronson Arroyo is pitching.
God, I forgot about Bronson Arroyo, but yeah.
So,
I hate that guy, but he was good.
Oh,
But
really?
Yeah.
do you like A-Rod?
No.
Okay.
Why the fuck would I like A-Rod?
I don't know.
There are very few Yankees that I like, but yeah.
Okay. We're supposed to be team agnostic.
I mean, we are, but we are allowed to have personal feelings too on this show.
So A-Rod is up to bat, 2 strikes, 2 balls, and he hits it into the infield. And it kind of bounces off the grass, and he starts to run to first. And Arroyo grabs the ball.
Yep.
And he starts running sort of to first base, like to interrupt the line where A-Rod's running.
It's like a race. Yeah.
And
We're entering a race condition.
you're watching it from this one angle, and it looks like Arroyo drops the ball, and then he's like kind of confused for a second, and then he goes like kind of skittering after it. And at this point, Derek Jeter, who had been on first, makes it to second, third, and then rounds home. Okay? So scoring a point and tying up the game.
Okay, we're gonna have to hit pause there because your maturity as a baseball fan,
Is it not right to say score a point?
you cannot call them points.
Scoring a run.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think that I forgot to put the score. Yankees are down by 2. Okay, yeah, so it didn't tie up the game. Okay, yeah, but he scored a run. Can you say score?
Sure.
Okay. So Derek Jeter scores a run.
Mm-hmm.
So the points at this point are.
No, the score at this point. Oh my
I don't know
God.
what the score is.
The point total at this.
Derek Jeter got a point.
Yeah. Woo! Way to go. Get him.
I love him too.
So,
I love Derek Jeter. Someone called his I brought up his gift baskets to ladies because it's rumored that Derek Jeter would like leave after he had one night stands. He would give ladies a gift basket filled with merch that he like signed.
wait, so he would bring people back to his
Wait, you
apartment?
don't know about this?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But I just for the sake of the show, it's like Jeter brings some ladies back to his place.
Or one. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
When he says goodbye to a lady the next day, he sends her with like a gift
Or
basket.
that night.
It's a rumor.
Yeah.
It's a rumor.
Here's your gift.
And it has been debunked.
Your gift basket is by the door.
But I brought
it's
it up
an
on-
autographed baseball.
I brought it up on Reddit and someone called them his fuck baskets. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
Anyway, so Jeter scores a point.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, Derek Jeter made it to second, third, crosses home, scores a run, and it's an intense game.
Yeah.
And the manager for the Red Sox comes out of the dugout and he's debating it. And all of a sudden, the umpire, it was the first base umpire who made the call.
Yeah.
And the first baseman was in front of him, so he didn't really see what happened and how Arroyo dropped the ball. And so.
Yeah, this is before challenges. So it's just like calling the field stance.
Yeah. But so Terry Francona, who's the manager, comes out and is like trying to debate this. Mm-hmm. So they run it back and they play it from different angles and you can see it. So like A-Rod's running to first base and like literally like karate chops Arroyo's arm so that Arroyo drops the ball. It's so funny. Yeah. So anyway, the umpires call it. It's out. They get an out. They bring Derek Jeter back to first. And Yankees players got mad and fans started throwing balls on the yard. And then Terry Francona is like worried about his Red Sox players. And so he clears the field. It got like really intense for a minute.
Can we pause for a moment here?
Yeah.
You just called it the yard.
Clears the yard? The field.
The field.
Whatever. Like people know what I'm saying.
I'm just trying. I mean,
I'm never going to learn.
You're a baseball podcast host.
Oh my God. But it's charming that I don't know anything. That's the shtick. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so.
Points and yards. People are going to start thinking you're talking about NFL football.
He doesn't want them on the field anymore. That makes sense. I can call it whatever I want.
You can.
Anyway, I learned who Terry Francona is. Like, can you give me a fucking break?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Trying to help you.
Years later, A-Rod admits that he went too far. He says too far, but he doesn't regret it.
A-Rod went too far with a lot of things, and I don't think he's truly sorry about any of it. But
the Red
get
Sox?
that into a later Yips Guide to Looking Bad segment. But yeah,
the Red Sox ended up winning the game, winning the series, and winning the World Series for the first time in 86 years.
Theo Epstein, start of his reign of terror. Yeah.
Okay. So this is another one. Chris Sale in 2016 for the White Sox didn't want to wear the vintage jerseys. So it was the 76 jerseys, and they're really cool. You should look them up. They're designed to look like a leisure suit.
Oh, yeah.
And they have like a big collar and like stiff sleeves. They do look pretty uncomfortable.
He said he couldn't.
So he says
he couldn't pitch in them. It was too
he didn't want to go out. He's quote, I didn't want to go out there and not be at the top of my game in every aspect that I need to be in. Not only that, but I didn't want anything to alter my mechanics. There's a lot of different things that went into it. Looking Bad had absolutely zero to do with it. Nothing. So what is it? Well, he cut the jersey up in protest and got suspended for 5 days.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to do it. Just be like, this is ridiculous, guys. I mean, it's kind of like asking like a I mean, it's not really, but it's like asking Usain Bolt,
Yeah.
like, hey, why don't you wear like, we're gonna throw you, we're gonna put you in a pair of high heels for this sprint, and it's like, no, I'm not wearing this shit.
So back to Chris Sale.
Yeah.
He gets suspended for 5 days for, quote, violating team rules, insubordination, and destroying team equipment. But
I mean, you can't have your players doing that. Just being like, just because you don't like this doesn't mean that you can go into the clubhouse and pout and get a pair of scissors and cut things up. You know what I mean? It's like you're being paid by the team.
yeah, so anyway, he had like already been in hot water because remember the guy who kept bringing his kid to the dugout or to the clubhouse? Chris Sale went on a huge tirade on that guy's behalf after Ken Williams told him not to bring his kid. So Chris Sale was on the side of La Roche.
I think this was during one of the times in which the White House, not the White House, although talk about toxic places, the White House and the White Sox clubhouse at that point was just a disaster. I mean, nobody was in charge. Kenny Williams can't figure out how many times a week somebody can bring their kid. Yeah, and it's just like, I think they all hated each other and everybody was arguing. And, I think Chris Sale got what he wanted at the time was the hell out of Bridgeport. But, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Ioannis Cespedes. We just looked up how to say that name. Okay, so he's a Mets player, and he missed significant time during...
What year is this?
2019.
Okay.
He missed significant time during the season for an ankle injury.
Oh, yeah.
That reportedly occurred during an incident at his ranch in Florida. He said that he had all these wild boars on his ranch, and he was trying to trap them.
As one has. I mean, we got a boar, right?
And one got out of the trap, and he fell into a hole and got multiple fractures on his right ankle.
Ooh.
So, allegedly, some people say that this was actually cover-up for a motorcycle accident, which it turns out happens more than you think that it would.
Yeah.
Jeff Kent, a San Francisco Giants second baseman, was out for a broken wrist in 2002 when he fell off of his truck while washing it.
Oh, yeah. He was up on a ladder or some baloney like that, right?
No, the 911 call points
I
to
just fell off my truck.
a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
So the MLB contract prohibits dangerous activity like riding motorcycles. So that would be against the rules, and you could get in serious trouble for getting an injury from doing something that
Yeah.
rash.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
it's common for players to cover up motorcycle accidents.
Yeah.
So maybe Cespedes was who knows, allegedly, but I don't know which is funnier. I mean, a motorcycle accident is never funny, but
No. Actually,
which is more badass, like falling off from a motorcycle, or getting your ankle fucked up from a motorcycle accident, or running away from a wild boar that got out of its trap.
I mean, if you compare the two between Cespedes and Kent, where it's just like they cooked up a story to
I think Cespedes really did.
Yeah, to cover up for a motorcycle accident. You gotta give the award to Cespedes in this time.
Oh yeah, for him, for sure.
I fell down a hole on my ranch while trying to chase a boar that had escaped a trap. Versus
on my ranch in Florida.
Versus just I slipped
Texas.
while I was washing my truck.
I know they have wild boar like javelina in Texas, but I didn't think they had them in Florida.
Listen, you have MLB player money. You can get any kind of animal you want, I'm sure.
So anyway, that's our first Yip's guide to Lookin Bad.
Lookin Bad, babe. What the hell are you doing?
What in the hell are you eating? I'll never forget. I was a kid and we were this is a good story, Pete. Can you pick them up? I was a kid and we were at a Nebraska football game, and my aunt...
The old Cornhuskers, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
I don't know a lot about college football, but I know that.
My aunt's boyfriend, who gave me the heebie-jeebies, I was like 6 or 7, and I was eating Dippin' Dots, and he looked down at my Dippin' Dots and he went, "What are you eating?" And I'll never forget that.
Ew.
It's burned in my memory. And I was like, Dippin' Dots, and he's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what this is."
I don't even know how to describe
The
this.
ice cream of the future.
It's a food stuff, I believe.
It's not food.
I don't
know.
think
it can qualify as food.
No, it's certainly not ice cream. It's like a frozen dessert. Is that what they call it? A frozen food adjacent item? It's a frozen product.
Food adjacent
yeah. Made in a laboratory.
Non-poisonous
Yeah.
product.
Will not kill you.
Allegedly.
You will not absorb any nutrients. It will pass through you. Yeah.
I was eating those Nerds gummy clusters yesterday. I was like, this is not food.
No, it's not food. I mean,
Salty.
it tastes really good, though. I love those things.
Great texture.
So, yeah, let's move on to the Yip of the Week.
I've got a Yip of the Week.
And the rules... Wait, you got a Yip of the Week? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let me...
I'll go last.
Yeah. This Yip of the Week award is very special.
Okay.
So, during a historic 22-0 shellacking at the hands of the Brew Crew last week, a shutout that tied for the worst shutout in the modern era, by the way, Mariners star player Julio Rodriguez made sure to add insult to injury with a boneheaded play that almost matched the severity with which the final score was. I mean, this was just a remarkable failure in so many ways.
I don't think I heard about this.
So they're down 13-0 in the 8th. They got Leo Rivas, a utility infielder, on the mound, which I kind of want to talk a little bit about that, too. So we're here. We're at the point in the game where, they're down 13-0. Let's get some position players up on the mound to just, kind of hopefully put the game to bed. And again, I kind of want to talk about this after a little bit, because I've got some feelings, and I bet you a lot of our listeners do too. So the Brewers are just teeing up. They're just left, right, and center. They're just blowing up the spot. Anyway, our man Julio, he's out in center. One of these fly balls is hit to center. Julio makes a catch, and thinking that his catch made that half of the inning's third out, turns and throws the ball into the stands. What a guy. Turns out his catch recorded that half of the inning's second out only.
I did hear about this.
So it's just
brutal.
Yeah. And so first of all, and I can start to hear the whips, whips a cracking. What happens when this kind of shit happens? Turns out there's a rule. There's a rule for this. So according to MLB's Rule 5.06 B4, to be precise, when a fielder throws a live ball out of play, like old smooth brain Julio's fucking baloney that he pulled this time.
You're being so cruel.
The rule awards base runners 2 bases from where they were at the time of the throw. And because Milwaukee had a player at second base, they got a bonus run out of this, as if they needed it.
Damn.
So, yeah. Julio, congratulations. You join me as a recipient of the Yip of the Week award. But really, I mean, seriously, this kind of did, in thinking about this, raise some questions that I have. It's like, why? There are all these rules that have been implemented in recent seasons to hasten the pace of the game, right? And it happens from time to time where a game will get lopsidedly out of control, like this one did, I mean, in the 8th inning, the Mariners were down 13-0. And so I understand from a team management perspective, you don't want to like burn your pitchers out on a game that's like, you're not going to win this one.
Yeah.
So it's like you go to the bench and you see who could fill in. And in some ways, like as a viewer, once the game devolves to the point where we're looking to the bench for position players to throw pitches, I turn it off. And so, I mean, Julio fucked up. He wasn't keeping track of like one of the most fundamental things. It's your job to know out there how many outs there are. Mm-hmm. But I can
there's a scoreboard.
Well, yeah, there's that. Listen, I'm not making excuses for Julio. Julio is still Yip of the Week. But
I mean, I never know how. I have to look all the time.
Well, yeah, but I understand where it's just like, listen, we've got a backup third baseman pitching right now.
His head's not in the game.
Who's really paying attention? I'm not.
Yeah.
As like a viewer. So, yeah, I mean, I think. And I'm not claiming that I have the answer here, because I can see, like, I mean, it would be easy to say, hey, you know what? Make a rule where as soon as a manager considers putting a position player on the mound to pitch out the rest of the game, that's a forfeit. Mm-hmm. But I could see as how you wouldn't really want to do that, because you could see like somebody not truly honoring the honor system and saying, we're down 4-0. It's the 3rd inning. We're miles ahead in first place. Let's just say we're the Dodgers. We're going to put a position player on the mound and just say, hey, just take the loss. We're going to save our bullpen. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that is really tricky, but I mean,
do other sports have a forfeit?
No.
Yeah. So you think there should be? That's crazy.
Well, no, I'm not saying that there should be, but that maybe there's some kind of rule where it's like you can use a position player as pitcher, but it can only be for like 3 outs. And then you have to put a pitcher in. Yeah. So if you want to use those 3 outs in the 7th, great.
But what if the position player wants to try pitching and hasn't had a chance yet?
Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, that's another thing. It's like, hey, maybe you got a backup third baseman who like was a pitcher in college.
Yeah.
And like, but so, I mean, that's the thing though. I mean, there's all these variables, but in this age where it's like, you have things like the pitch clock, you have, in extra innings, the offensive team starts with a man on second to kind of like hasten the pace. It kind of feels to me that this area in particular is ripe for like some kind of reining in, because there have been a couple games this year that I've seen where it's just like, holy shit, they got the 3rd string second baseman pitching. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah,
I mean, I feel
that's crazy though.
Oh, I mean, yeah, or like
you want to change the sport so much.
Well, no, but I mean, but it's also like you want to play the game through for those who have paid to be at the ballpark for that game. But even if I were
what about that?
Well, yeah, no, I'm saying there's a lot of considerations here.
People at the ballpark are even watching the game. They're just eating their hot dogs. They just want it to happen.
People are watching the game at the park.
A lot of people aren't.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the stats. A lot of people are just there drinking beer and eating their hot dogs. Seriously.
Wait, are you saying there's stats related to attention by spectators physically present at the
phone
ballpark?
use? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Instagram opens.
I mean, I'm gonna
bus
say
games played.
Listen, I'm gonna say
Eric plays this bus game. It's so annoying.
Listen, we're all addicted to our phones here, but yeah, I'm just saying it's like
not as much as
love. Really?
Okay, you want to know who
Wait,
that is?
so really, like, what I want to close this out with, and this is a call to action to our yippies
Okay.
here, is I put my flag in the ground here, and I'm just like, something needs to be done about this. Position players on the mound, it's a joke. I don't watch it. I wouldn't want to pay, $100 to go to Wrigley or whatever to watch this happen. And I know that I have agency to leave the ballpark whenever I want. But to be frank, I think it's kind of a bad product to to allow for this to happen. Mm-hmm. This is professional sports. You know what I mean? It's not like, I don't know, but I understand that like a lot of people may have conflicting opinions here, and we want to hear about them.
Yeah.
So it's like, get down in the basement in Instagram, get down in the comment section, and I'm assuming we'll clip a part of this.
You have to say it concisely. What's the poll?
It's not a poll. It's more of a survey. It's like, what do you think?
What do you think about what?
Position players pitching.
I see. Okay,
position players pitching.
That's good.
It's like, should that be allowed? Or
Should
not?
position players be allowed to pitch?
I mean, that could be another thing where it's just like, look, you can't just throw anybody on. You have to use somebody who is designated as a pitcher.
Okay, yeah.
On there. I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Basically, what?
Yeah.
The second yip of the week is my podcast co-host Eric Beck.
Here we go.
He did not apply any sunscreen and then proceeded to fall asleep in his bathing suit on the sand of the beach.
I did. You know what? I'll accept it.
And honestly, you were lucky it wasn't worse.
Honestly, it was on
You can't even tell anymore.
Listen, it was on the edge of being a disaster. And I didn't tell you about this, but
It made you sick.
Well, it did make me feel sick, but also I'm so stupid, and I don't need this podcast to tell everybody what a ding dong I am. But I am generally and mostly very conscious about being sunburned.
No, you never wear sunscreen.
I wear sunscreen on my face daily.
I understand, but you refuse to put the copper tone sticky SPF stuff on because you don't like the way it feels on your skin, but it's better than skin cancer or a sunburn.
Well, yeah. So, took a beach nap. It was nice.
It happens.
Got a little bit of a sunburn. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like, my skin is not peeling.
No, it could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Anyway,
I've learned my lesson.
Episode 10, it could have been a lot worse.
New motto for the yips.
Thanks for listening to the 10th episode. Happy 10th birthday, yippies.
Happy 10th episode day. And we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week on The Yips, a baseballish podcast.
This podcast.
Sponsored by Molly and Bishop Incorporated.
Megacorp.ai.
Ciao.
See ya.